Good morning.
Good morning.
We are live. Hello, everybody.
Happy Tuesday morning, everybody. I hope all is well out there.
Is it Tuesday? Oh my gosh, it is Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday.
Stuck in the what day is this again?
Yeah.
Even though I just looked at my calendar, it still didn't click really well.
And please share. Oh my gosh, everybody's here already.
Sherry, Gabby.
Awesome.
Hi, everybody.
So wonderful to see everybody. Good morning, everybody.
Thank you for the sunflowers, Wendy. I love that. And Tony's here. Deirdre, I love it. Catherine Kovacs. We're playing Romper Room again this morning.
and Sherry Gatewood is here. Oh my gosh, everybody's here. It's wonderful to see everybody this morning. What a gorgeous, it's going to be a gorgeous day here in Florida. I'm not share, but it is going to be just an awesome day. Okay. Let's see. Let's share that out.
So, yeah, I'm sharing. You all share while we share.
Yeah. And we are at 11 people right now. I love that. I love another master number. I love master numbers. I have a lot of 11s in my numerology. I was born in an 11 month in a 22 year.
Wow.
That was awesome.
I bet it was. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Whoops.
Yep. So how's everybody doing this morning? Good morning, Carol Allen. And, oh my gosh, we have a new friend from Germany, Anki Harms. If I mispronounced your name, please give us a pronunciation. We're so happy to have you here with us this morning. And good morning, Luann. Sherry Seymour, we missed you yesterday. I hope you're doing well today, honey. Gabby says it was cold there today. She ran a great big bath and did Teri's chakra cleansing. Oh my gosh, isn't that the best? I have an outdoor shower and clawfoot bathtub, and I love to take an Epsom salts bath outside and do chakra cleanses, all kinds of release work outside. It is the absolute best. And Sally, she's still tired this morning. Sally, I'm not surprised, sweetheart.
Sorry.
You and Tony have been trying to get your new business up and running. That I've done that before, and where I had my storefront, I had a metaphysical bookstore and healing center, and we painted, put down carpet. I mean, remodeled the whole place to do it. It was some of the toughest work I've ever done. And keep in mind, I was almost 30 years younger at the time. So, and I'm like strong like a bull, but it's a lot what you're doing. And I'm so proud of you guys. I just think it's such a great thing that you're doing.
It is. It's awesome. Hi, everybody. Sorry I had to step away for a minute and say hello to those of you that I missed. Sherry Seymour, Luann. Good morning, honey. I saw your message this morning. Ty Sedino.
Hi, Ty.
Awesome.
Oh, Ty, it's okay that you have to leave. We'll put you in our prayer request thing and send you some blessings. Yeah. And Sharon Boyle is here.
Good morning. You were doing schoolwork with the kids yesterday, so she couldn't join us.
I missed you.
We did miss you.
And Jordan De La Rosa is here. That's the daughter of Tony and Sally De La Rosa.
And Mary Ann. Good morning.
Hi.
And Deirdre, I got my sign last night during the intentions meeting. I have an angel blowing a horn hanging from my computer shelf. She started moving back and forth quite noticeably and made me giggle.
Yay!
I love it.
God,
I
that's
love
so
it.
Exciting.
Hi, Diane Deagle. Any other signs? Any other things that happened out of the extraordinary yesterday for anybody? Because we extended it 24 hours.
Wow. Okay. Oh, good, Sally. She says it looks like they're going to be able to open on time. We are 56 and 57. Yeah, I know.
Awesome.
I just think it's so amazing that you're modeling this to everybody. I really do.
Too.
I love it.
Hi, Prachetta. Good morning. And Scarlett.
Hi, Prachetta. And Diane and Julie.
What's going on with Sharon? I have awoken with a very tender and sore throat, and on inspection, I have one big white tonsillitis spot. I will be salt gargling lots today and taking it easy. I've fought it off with antibiotics many times. We will put you in that prayer circle, Sharon Boyle.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good morning, Diane. And no sign yet for Luann.
Okay.
Okay, Gabby, I will read my messages. Hi, Julie Kiss. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah. Well, Sharon, you know what we should all do? We should all post our signs in Angelic River Family. Type it out. How about we do a topic that says signs? Mm-hmm. And let's just all post them in there because Sharon missed all of our signs yesterday.
Yeah, and there were some pictures in there. Yeah. I know I posted my feather picture. So
I think that's a great idea. Sharon, you inspired me this morning. So we'll do that. I'll start when we get off the air this morning. I'll go in and start that up.
Awesome. And Robert's in the house. Good morning,
Robert
Dosa.
How are you this morning?
So much love to you, Sharon. You're so loved here, and so glad that you come in when you can. I understand having young children. It's not always easy to just set them aside for a minute. They always are. They're tugging at you. And Diane saw the most extraordinary cloud of many colors. Amazing. Never seen it like that before. I love seeing color in clouds. I did that one day. I was out shopping. I remember I was at some shopping mall and I got out of the car and there was a cloud, but it looked like it had a rainbow in the cloud. There was were all of these different colors. I took a picture of it.
So cool.
It's somewhere in my millions of pictures in my camera.
And good morning, Hope Wellington Marshall.
Hope.
We got to meet Hope last night. She came to the Intentions group, and I'll tell you what. I could just sit and listen to her speak like for days on end. She has got the most wonderful energy. I wish you could really all meet her in person. Yeah. She is just an absolute delight.
Yeah. So I said, my intention is for you to keep talking.
Yes.
Just talk. But I love your energy and thank you for interacting with us here on this morning show.
We're so happy to have you because she's also, and I found out last night, she's in London. So I had asked Teri if she knew, and she thought you were in the UK. Yeah. And so welcome back and good morning, Rick. It's nice to see you this morning.
And somebody from Periscope H. Krapinchitz. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes.
And yes, Josie too was probably there with Rick.
And Sally, she said that she'd like to read other people's posts on that too, and it still blows her mind how it worked out.
I know, right?
As soon as we get off here this morning, I'll go in and start a post, and I'll put in topics signs, okay, and we'll do that.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, and Wendy has supplies now to make her fairy garden. When completed, she'll post.
Good.
Yeah, I started yesterday, Wendy. Part of mine is a birdhouse that I'm putting in the garden, a big birdhouse. And I got the birdhouse almost completely painted yesterday.
And she's doing a great job.
And I will post pictures. I have to paint the post and all of that. And then my mom... And I was telling my mom yesterday that I'm building a fairy garden, and she was so curious. Well, she makes little fairies out of shells, seashells. So she's going to make me a fairy, seashell fairy for my fairy garden.
Your mom is so talented.
She's an artist.
She's a wood carver too.
Yeah.
And,
yes.
and oh my gosh, some of those things I've seen that she's done are amazing.
She's actually internationally ranked. She used to enter international wood carving competitions, and she's always placed first, second, and third because she does multiple. Yeah. And she's a painter. She's a crafter. She's just exceptionally gifted. I got about one cell of that.
Oh, you are so talented.
I can copy.
Yeah. Sharon Boyle says she started hers.
Awesome.
Sally hasn't started hers yet. And Wendy has an old satellite dish that she's going to use and put it up on her fence. I love that.
You know, repurposing stuff. I repurpose everything. It is, you know, and old wood and everything else. So... and Sharon, you said they've started theirs. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And Carol says she likes the seashell fairy. Yeah, I've seen some of the things that she's done with seashells, and it's really amazing.
Yeah.
Very talented woman.
Work. And she does little wine cork. Of course, that means she's got to drink a lot of wine, but she does wine
or
cork.
Have friends that do.
Yeah, but both in her case. But she does Christmas ornaments. And so then she brought, she's doing them with golf, because there's a lot of golfers obviously around here. And she does them with golf tees, and she makes little animals and people, and she's really clever. And, and good morning, Christina Paracelli Leftwich. I assume she's here. I don't see her, but
I don't see her.
Sally said hello to her.
Okay, she may just be tagging her to come in. And I love when you all do that. Diane Deagle says, prayers please. Had 2 hip replacements in the last 8 years and was doing really well walking. Then my hip started acting up again. Couldn't walk. I thought my life was declining. Please pray my hip gets better. We certainly will.
Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely, Diane. And Wendy is feeling, she replied to Robert. He must have asked how she was feeling. You know, our own Wendy Roberts, she's really struggling with gallbladder issues, and she has really good days and really bad days. And for any of you that have had gallbladder issues, you know how incredibly painful that can be. And she's waiting for an appointment for a consult. So please keep Wendy lifted up in your prayers. She is feeling a little bit better today. So
I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah. So Christina is with us.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yes.
And she says she loves fairy gardens. Just found a hollow blog that I'm going to make into Logwart's School of Forestry and Magic.
That.
I love Harry Potter.
Christina.
Oh, how cool. Yes, we're all loving your idea, and Sally's asking you to post pictures.
Yes, please do.
I love that.
And also, Diane, Sherry Seymour is lifting you up in prayer.
Yeah, we all will do that today, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Gabby says, you have all inspired me. I have a great spot for a fairy garden. I love that.
Awesome. Yay. And Wendy, she also had a total hip replacement almost 11 years ago. She said it was the worst pain ever. Yeah, but once I think you get, I don't know. I've never had a hip replacement. I've been very blessed. I think I did get my mom's bones for the most part. My mom is 87, and she literally falls almost once a week. And I mean, she crashes. She takes doors out and everything. She's never had a broken bone. I mean, at 80, she told the doctor she wasn't going to have any more of those bone density tests, and it really made the doctor mad. She said, listen, I fall all the time. She literally fell from the top of a step by the pool all the way down to the deck and didn't break a bone. And she said, I'm not spending the money on a test. Well, she doesn't have to, but yeah. So,
okay. So people were asking Wendy what she's going to do with the dish, which she's repurposing. And she says, I will upturn the dish and use it to create my fairy garden.
That is awesome.
I cannot wait to see your pictures, Wendy.
That's going to
be so cool. That'll be just amazing.
Okay. Yeah, Sharon guessed it was going to be a fairy garden. And Wendy says, I was born with a shallow hip socket, and so too was my sister. I was misdiagnosed with having sciatica over the first 16 years.
Ooh,
wow. My gosh. That's tough.
That is tough.
Yeah. So.
Awesome. So, any more signs? If y'all want to type in any of the signs that you got, go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about the next one.
Yay.
Yeah, I just have to jump on Periscope for a minute. So if you all keep typing in.
Absolutely. I'm just going through these to see if we missed anybody. There's so many comments that were coming. This is so awesome today. Yeah, Sally De La Rosa, she repurposes too. You know, people really kid me a lot because I do save a lot of stuff. And if you looked at my workshop, it's like a double, almost a triple carport. It is packed from side to side, top to bottom. And now that I'm building my fairy garden, I am really glad that I have a lot of the stuff that I have, because I had, you know, chunks of wood that there's a lot of tree cutting down here. And when we were doing the shiitake mushrooms here on the property, we cut a lot of trees down, and I kept pieces of wood, and some of those pieces are going to come in absolutely perfect for my fairy garden. And I had a friend bring me 6 boxes of wood scraps yesterday, so I'll be able to build little fairy houses and ladders and all kinds of fun stuff. So yeah, I have everything I need to do it. Jean says, speaking of fairy gardens, does anyone else have the fairies in their garden move their statues around? My statues are mostly angels, and they get moved around. Not greatly, but so enough to be noticed. I love it.
That would be the little fairies. They love to play games. Yeah, they move stuff inside the house too if they come in your house, because my best friend Sherry always has the fairies, and when she comes over to see me, then things start to move. So yeah, they're little pranksters.
That would be a sign.
Yeah. And I thought, Sally, that you were asking who the author is of E Squared, so I typed in Pam Grouch. If I was answering the wrong question, I apologize.
Yeah. Oh, I just love it. Wendy, was replying to Sharon. Yeah, she's going to upturn the dish and then use it to add the stuff to create her garden. I've seen them that are done in bird baths and different things. So that's going to be gorgeous, Wendy. And your yard is so beautiful anyway. Her and her husband have just created this sanctuary in their yard. It's just absolutely stunning. Okay, and Gabby was replying to Jean. That's very cool. I know, isn't it? I love it when stuff like that happens.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Oh, and Sally, she was preserving a huge log piece that she's made into a home. That is so cool. And Sally goes, if you build it, they will come. Yeah, I have I have one in particular who is actually a guardian angel, fairy, a guardian of mine, and her name is Norellis, and she lives here in the gardens. So I wanted to do a fairy garden, and I wanted to build her a home. And so we were talking about it, and Teri actually picked out the spot that I'm going to place it, because I have like little yard sections everywhere. I have sections, the property's all sectioned off, and out front, coming up my driveway, is this beautiful gardenia tree that has it's like a little garden in and of itself. And so it's the entrance to our home, so that's where we're going to put the fairy garden, so that people can that's what will greet you when you come to my home, is the fairies.
And I love that.
Yeah, it was a great idea.
And if they like you, they'll let you in the house.
Yes. Okay. Let's see.
All right, so we're playing this gratitude tag game, and you know what? I have seen so many messages today that I love it. So if y'all want to type in the chat who your gratitude tag person is today, let's do that.
Absolutely.
Let's share. Who did you tag today? Did they wake up and see a message and knew that somebody saw them? Let's all see each other.
I haven't done mine yet today. So Diane Deagle says, when I did my meditation yesterday, there was a circular white cloud all the time When I went outside a bit later, there in the clouds was the same cloud shape. I was amazed. That's cool. I like that.
That is cool.
Yeah. I love those synchronicities and those signs. These are the kind of signs that we were talking about, that you know that the universe is speaking back to you, that you're connected, and that it's not just us here. You know, we were all raised to believe, well, maybe not all of us, maybe some people had more progressive parents. I didn't. But that this was it, this skin suit, if you will. We weren't connected. We're all separate. We're all independent. You know, she who dies with the most toys wins. I mean, it's just competition, comparison, judgment. And I am so happy that as a collective, we're moving out of that mindset. And I know probably everyone here has had, and Sherry Seymour would like you to explain gratitude tag, because she thinks she missed that. I know. And Diana, she tags all day long, and I love it, Diana. It's awesome. But, you know, one of the reasons that we started this was Teri and I both had the firm belief that how we approached this isolation time that we started almost a couple months ago would determine what we saw on the other side of it. And I'm started to reflect back over the last 2 months and what has happened and what I've seen shift and change within myself, within all of you, because it's given us all the time to go within, to dive deep and release some of those things that just doesn't serve us, the core beliefs, the ideas that were ingrained in us, not just in this lifetime, but in others, other dimensions, however you want to look at that. And I'm feeling really optimistic about our future. I truly am, because I know I've done a lot of work. I know Teri has done a lot of work, and I know you all have done a lot of work to really release those things that just don't serve our greatest good anymore. And I think collectively that's happening all over the globe. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it is. I've seen a lot of it, but I've seen also now people really, it's a little bit of anxiety, but it's also going back into that unknown state again. You know, we just went through an unknown, and then we got through that couple of months or few months, and now it's like, okay, here we are again with another unknown. So be gentle with yourself. You know, be gentle. And one of the things that I felt that came out of that was we were more appreciative of each other. We were very grateful to have a community like this that we can all come together in, to be able to share and socialize and, you know, do those things that we wouldn't have been able to do if we'd been just sitting in our house without internet, right? We were fortunate that this happened in a time when we could still communicate with each other. So let's don't stop that. Let's keep giving the gratitude. And that's where the inspiration for Gratitude Tag came from. I had a page on Facebook where I had been sharing gratitude for a few years. It was called Gratitude Vase, and I repurposed it. So I changed the title of the page. It's now Gratitude Tag. And the game that we're playing, it's like, remember the game when you were a kid and you would run up and you tag somebody and you tag your it, and they had to find somebody to tag? That's what this game is. You tag somebody. You say, tag, you're it. I'm grateful for you. You can go into why if you want. Just in your message, you can tell them why you're grateful, but just let them see that you acknowledge them. And I see that Sally tagged Tony. So what you do is you put that message out on any social media. It doesn't have to be Facebook, but if you want to do it on Facebook, just say their name, tag them, and then say, I'm grateful for you, tag your it, pass it on, and let them pass it to somebody else. And it'll be like that domino effect of one person tagging another, and they tag somebody, and on those. The hashtag, we own the hashtag. There is a place where you can go and say, this is my hashtag. And if you're the first one to claim it, then it's yours. So we own the hashtag Gratitude Tag, just like what it looks like up on the screen. So as you make your post telling somebody that you've tagged them, use that hashtag. Now, anytime you see that, you can just click on that, click on the hashtag, and it'll pop up all the posts where people have tagged others, and you'll be able to see that. Now, you may miss, if you were tagged, you might have missed that. So you can do that. You can click on the hashtag, gratitude tag, and see if somebody tagged you. So anybody that was tagged already, can you type that in there? If somebody tagged you, were you tagged on this gratitude tag game already? I think Diane has tagged everybody.
Yeah,
so
she tagged me.
She says, I'm an overachiever. And that's okay. But let's spread the love. Let's put it out there as much as we can to get this going out into the world. Because I know I've been tagged by a couple of people, and I've tagged some people. Luann tagged me this morning, and thank you for that. And let's just keep it going every day, whenever you think about it. Or if you just want to do it once, that's okay too. And just keep tagging. Just keep playing this game. Don't we love to play games? Our inner child just sometimes is screaming at us to play. It's like, let's do something fun today. And isn't it fun to go back into that childlike state, to remember what it was like on the playground or out in the yard when you just ran up to somebody and tagged them and played that type of silly game? Well, we're playing a silly game, but it's really not silly. It's acknowledging somebody. It's bringing a smile to their face. When I saw that post from Luann this morning, I was like, somebody loves me.
That's so nice. That is wonderful.
Yeah.
And Sherry Seymour, I just gratitude tagged you.
Oh,
so tag you're
it, Sherry.
And good morning, Stacy.
Yeah, so let us know if you saw your gratitude tags, because I know there's a lot out there. And if you want to jump in that group, gratitude tag group, you'll see a lot of posts in there. But if you're not in the group, you can still play the game. Just play it all over the place.
Thank you. I see I was included in that tag, so thank you so much, Luann. I was just scrolling through. I didn't know it. I hadn't seen it yet, so I apologize for not saying thank you. Thank you.
And Rick Morrow says, I tagged my friend Rebecca and didn't realize it until now. I love it, Rick. Rick, oh my gosh. And Prochetta says, gratitude tag all my friends here. Oh, how sweet. Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So we've been doing the first experiment of E squared, and we were talking, I think it was yesterday, about moving on. And the next one, you really need to be out and about or watching TV or a movie or something to really be able to participate well in the second one. So if it's okay with everybody, let's move on to experiment number 4. So if that's okay with you, give us some thumbs ups. And
thumbs up.
And we'll move on to number 4, which I also love, and I think you all will love this one. And if you didn't get your sign or didn't feel like you got your sign, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't dwell on it and stress over it. It's okay. It just wasn't the divine timing for that to happen. Okay, so I see lots of thumbs up. So we're going to go to the abracadabra principle. Oh, thank you, Marianne, for that thumbs up.
And good morning, Kim. Yeah, I just wanted to say a quick good morning to Kim Siegel. Okay, the abracadabra principle, and I will post this in the Angelic River Family group so everybody can read it. But the theory is, whatever you focus on expands, and don't we know that to be the truth? Yes.
Whether you're focusing on something on your body that hurts, or you're focusing on something that you're wanting to call into your life, whatever it is that where your thoughts go, or your speech, if you're constantly talking about something, that's going to expand in your life. So the question is, can I pull things out of thin air simply by thinking about them?
Oh.
So the hypothesis is, by making the following intention and focusing on its outcome, I can draw it into my life. You have 48 hours, And here's what Pam says the approach is. I have scanned over the big catalog called the world, and for the sake of this experiment, I have decided that this is what I intend to manifest in the next 48 hours. I will focus on it with all my being, and I will remember what Abraham Hicks likes to say. It's as easy to manifest a castle as a button.
Oh, I love that.
I love that. And in the book, if you all have the book or have access to it, and if you want the PDF, I can put that in the group as well. What she's talking about is we bring things to us. We do that. We put our thoughts out there and things manifest. So why not focus on something that we would like to see happen in our world, something we want to bring to us? So don't make it a Mercedes Benz, something that your brain is already going to say, yeah, right.
Yeah, can't do that.
So we're losing the limits. We're not going into a mode of that will never happen. Or guess what, guys? It will never happen. You manifested that. So if you open to infinite possibilities, and there's something that you would like to see, maybe it's a yellow butterfly. Simple as that. Something that you say, I intend to see this in the next 48 hours, or I intend to bring this to me in the next 48 hours, and focus on it. Now, remember in the other one, we let go, right? When we were doing the number one and the message, the sign was going to come to us. It's like I'm putting it out there. Now I'm just going to let it go and let it happen. This is a specific intention that you're setting to draw something to you. So whether it's a person, an object, something like a butterfly or a blue bird or whatever it might be, focus on that and see it. See it, visualize it, hold that intention inside, know that you're going to see it. That's part of this, is having that faith. Having faith, yes, I believe that I can do this. I believe I live in a universe where my thoughts manifest things. My words manifest things. So write it out. If you want to speak it, tell somebody, in 2 days, I'm going to see, and whatever it is that you're going to have in your life, just from bringing it to you with your thoughts. And I love this one. I just loved, and I'll have to think about what I'm going to see, what I'm going to bring to me. I've got to think about this for a minute and really look at it.
And while you're thinking about that, Gabby Forster said, please, everyone, meet Jackson, a very dear friend of mine. So good morning, Jackson McAvoy.
Jackson McAvoy.
Welcome to the river with us.
Thank you for being
really
here.
Nice to have you here with us.
And Jean Walensky is here.
Hi, Jean. How are you this morning? And Diana says, my experiment has been continuing. I asked for signs of abundance. I had an experience with an abundance of butterflies on Sunday.
I remember that.
And I will post photos on Angelic River Family. See? She just asked for abundance, and look at what happened. That is awesome.
And Catherine Kovac says she's now singing that song, Abracadabra.
I know.
I love that song.
It's going to be stuck in my head now for all day long.
Yeah, and that's okay. We'll keep reminded, won't we, of what we're doing, that abracadabra principle.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Sally says dream big,
Yeah, why not?
Like Abraham says, it's as easy to have whatever that big thing is as it is to say, okay, I want a penny.
Yeah.
It really is. There's no big or small. That's something that we, as humans, have that concept of the contrast, big and small, up and down. That's something that we say, okay, that's up, that's down. We give it a label, but honestly, energy is energy. It doesn't matter how big or how small it is in our minds. It's all energy.
Yeah. And I think what's going to happen too is you'll start to see what some of your core beliefs are when you start to do that. And that's part of what this process is. Because I don't know about you, but I was taught when it comes to like financial abundance, money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work harder. And we are taught to limit ourselves and to have a certain expectation and rules around abundance. And as you do this, really look at what the thoughts are that come up in your mind. So say it's a Mercedes-Benz. What Teri was pointing out is that in our minds, if you've never had anything other than a used car or something, a Mercedes-Benz it's just something the mind can't wrap around. It just can't. Mm-hmm. And so as we're doing this experiment, look at what you pick to manifest. And also, if there's something you really want to manifest that you think is out of your reach, look at that. Mm-hmm. and ask yourself why. Yeah. Is it because you can't, or is it because somebody told you couldn't?
Right, exactly. And Diane says, I love this book. It's right up my way of thinking. Yeah. We are always creating, but this pushes us to be aware of how powerful we are.
Yeah.
And when you can get into that solar plexus energy and own your power, yeah. Why not ask for the Mercedes-Benz, yeah. or that castle, whatever it is that's out there that you really would like to experience in your life. That's what it's all about.
I love this. Jean Walensky, I said, how you doing, Jean? She says, I have 2 10-week-old kittens. Need I say more?
Oh,
now,
playtime.
What joy. Oh, my gosh.
That is joy.
Kittens are so joyful. Oh,
They're
my
unconditional love.
Yeah.
And they just want to play. So if you have a kitten, you're going to be getting some playtime in.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, and it is.
Hi, Stacy. I didn't see you jump in there.
Yeah.
It's Pam Grout's book called E Squared.
Yeah.
And I have the PDF of it, but it's a little book. It's everywhere. It's in bookstores. I know Barnes & Noble carries it.
Amazon carries it. Yeah, everybody carries it. And she's got actually E3 and E4 now as well. But E squared is, you kind of need to start there.
That's like the jumping off point. To really get into that mindset that we are powerful manifestors and creators. And that, we just did the principle number 1, which was the dude abides. And you have it on your phone. Awesome. You must have Kindle on your phone. I have it on my phone too.
Yeah, I do too.
I love it.
I love my Kindle.
Yeah. So it is prayer request time now. So any prayer requests anyone has, for the new people, what we do is we gather those prayer requests. You can type them in the comments. You can just think it in your head or hold it in your heart if you don't want to put it in the comments. And then for about 10 minutes, we meditate and we lift all those prayer requests up. We lift each other up and we just really share love with each other. And if you're here for the first time, please stay till the end because I think you'll get a blessing from all of us sharing our love with you. That's what we do. We don't keep it inside. We gather it up and then we share it.
Yes. And I'm asking for prayers again today for the release of the origin of my right foot pain. I asked yesterday morning, and then we play a game called the Transformation Game, and I've been playing it for over 30 years now. And so I've pulled Teri and a bunch of other people in to play the game. And at the end of the game yesterday, I had some really huge awarenesses and insights as to I knew the origin, but I got more information on it yesterday, and it was really interesting for me. And I'm telling you this because you may want to look at any pains in your own body. When it hurts, it feels like there's an ice pick going through the bottom of my foot. And because of the way I have to walk, my foot is becoming somewhat deformed. That my right foot, it looks terrible. And this is an issue I carried forth from another lifetime dimension, however you want to look at it. And the person who was wrapped up in it in the other lifetime is in my lifetime here. As we unraveled the history and the emotion behind it, the pain in my foot became much less. So I know that when this goes away, I will have completely released that cord, that attachment to that particular dimension or lifetime, however you choose to look at it. And so there is a belief system that all dis-ease within the body always starts in the auric field, and that it eventually moves its way in and manifests in a physical dysfunction, dis-ease. And so I just share that with you so that you might want to start looking at what's going on with you from a different perspective. And we
Absolutely.
do have lots of prayer requests.
For Tony's health issues, for digestive issues.
Absolutely.
Sherry for her right hand. And also somebody, Stacy, who's going to be traveling home today. We'll keep you safe on the road. Remember to do that Shield of Archangel Michael and protect yourself in your car. Right. And then I placed the ones that I always ask for every day, and thank you all for remembering them. Sean Perry's sister, Sherry Meyer's nephew, and my friends Yvonne and Camille.
And Perchetta also asked to continued prayers for her mom, who just recently passed over, to be happy and to be at peace. Thanks so much. And also for Perchetta and her brother as well, because as you all have experienced loss, you know the grief is just overwhelming at times.
And Catherine Kovacs for her and her family.
Yeah, absolutely. They're moving into a new home. They've just moved, and so that's also another very kind of stressful event.
It's one of the most stressful things you can do in life.
That's what they say.
Yeah, not just the physical part of it, but also you're leaving behind that familiar place that was home, that you came to every day, and you were there, and now things are different. You might have some of the same furnishings, but the aura, the feel of the place is different.
Yeah, it's not yours yet. You got to kind of make it yours and blend energies and all of that stuff. So, And Julie Kiss asked for prayers for left. Okay, prayers for left. My shoulder left shoulder, which never fully recovered from her surgery 4 months ago. Thank you and God bless. Absolutely.
Yes, we will, Julie.
Julie, I just something just popped into my mind with you. Left shoulder. Shoulders, if you think about that phrase, carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, I haven't known you very long, but you have been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Your husband's illness, you've had a lot of family stuff going on, and so self-care. Be a little more attentive to yourself, and I mean this with all the love in the world, because I feel like you've really been weighted down with everything that's been going on, and if there's a way that you could kind of get out from some of those burdens, or at least to be more to put yourself first a little bit more, not that you don't love your family or you wouldn't do everything for them, but Julie needs to be as important as everyone else. And that's what I'm feeling in your shoulder, is that burden.
Yeah, absolutely.
And left is the self. And so it means you need to pay more attention to yourself as well.
Yeah. And Gabby's putting a request in for anyone suffering sadness across the world.
Absolutely.
To lift them up. Sherry Layton Gatewood, I'm selling and moving from a vacation river home my family has owned since 1955.
Wow.
Please lift energies up for a smooth transition.
Wow.
Yes, and saying that goodbye, I know it's not going to be easy, Sherry.
That's
huge. We will
huge.
definitely keep you lifted up, honey.
Yeah.
And thank you, Sharon Boyle. Prayers and healing for all of you.
Yeah. And Carol Allen says, prayers for me to release the anger I feel about a situation. Absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely, Carol. Yeah.
Thank you all. Thank you for putting in your prayer requests this morning. And I love the compassion that's going out from people and thinking of others.
And I loved Gabby's, because last night in our intention group, that was one of the intentions that was brought up in our group, for, people to be able to get help for the sadness that they're feeling, or if they're stuck in a situation in this isolation where, there's conflict or whatever, for them to be able to get help. So that was one of the intentions last night. I like that it carried through this morning.
I do too. And I think a lot of us have that on our mind too, about, when we start to go out and about and really
Yeah.
respecting each other and having compassion for what everybody's going through.
Right.
I was thinking about that the other day and all the people that are now out on the road again. And remember all the road rage from before when there was a line and you had to just be stuck in traffic and stop there, and the impatience and the anger and the honking. Oh my gosh, they're so notorious in South Florida. If you don't move at the exact second that light changes for your car to go forward, you're being honked at. And so I'm hoping that some of that calms down and that people will, realize that we need to really respect each other. So that's one of my intentions that I put out there, that we will really have learned something from this experience and continue that on after we go back out into the world.
Yeah, thank you, Julie. Yeah, she says, thank you so much. Will do for sure. It's time to take care of me. As if I do not, I cannot help others.
Yep.
And that's the thing, one of the other core beliefs that we have, a lot of us have touched to, is that if we do self-care and self-love, we're being selfish. And we're not. It's the oxygen mask dropping down in the plane. They say, put it on yourself first and then help the person next to you. Yeah. And it's the same way with life. If we keep giving and giving and giving and we're not replenishing and giving to ourselves, we burn ourselves out and we've got nothing left to give. And honestly, we're all equal. We deserve it just as much as everyone else. And that is where I think we sometimes miss the boat, is that we think others deserve it more than we do. And we all deserve it. We all deserve
We're
it.
all on that same equal playing ground. Yeah.
So pretend it's like the cookies when you were young. One for you, one for me. One for you, one for me. Or one for me, one for you. Actually, we should be one for me, one for you. And balance, balance, balance. If you give to others, give to yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And Carol says they do that in Baltimore also. We'll be up that way, so we'll make sure we're going as soon as that light turns green. And Stacy said she was just near my house yesterday, and it was not easy to drive there. I live in a metropolis, and it's like bumper to bumper, even if you're on just a back street sometimes.
Yes.
There's a lot of traffic there because there's a lot of people there.
And Catherine says, we're healing the world one person at a time.
We absolutely are. And our new person, John Jackman, says he's recently divorced after 25 years and given the burden to sell the marital home and possessions.
Oh, John.
I know what that's like, so
hard.
I feel for you.
I've been there too.
Yeah, we're lifting you up today.
Yes,
you're in the
John.
right place because we're going to all bond together and just send you lots of love and lift you up for that energy.
Hang in there. And we're always, this is the Angelic River family, and we really have become a family. And we have healing free workshops. We have all kinds of, I do an issues group, like a support group on Fridays. Teri's doing all sorts of workshops, and we're here to help each other heal and to support each other because a lot of stuff is coming up for everybody. So our hearts are with you, John.
Yeah. This coming Sunday is a workshop on the chakras and learning more about them. Some people know that we have them, and you may even know where they are located, but do you really know what all is affected and how you can clear that energy and really have them working in alignment and balance? And that's what we're going to talk about on Sunday. And we'll be doing some clearing. And you can sign up for that workshop in the Angelic River family.
Yes. And Rick Morrow says, please pray for my friend, Ricardo's friend, who is in a serious situation. Absolutely. And our dear Luann, she is really needing some prayers. She's been very tearful lately, and her heart is just too soft. And she's going through a tough time. She's not able to get back home yet. She's been in isolation up in Canada, and she wants to move back. She's retired but can't get there yet. So it's been really, really hard on her. And as most of you know, it's been kind of difficult. So
it is a difficult time. So let's do the
Ready?
prayers because we have a day ahead of us, and I know you do too.
It's like every day.
Yeah, so we want to give that consideration and respect the time that you all are here with us. And I just feel so honored that all of you come in here and just get into the energy of love with us, because that's what we're all about. And for anybody that's new, we're not a religion. We do lift you up in prayer, and we bring those prayers to the Creator. I call it God, call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter what label you put. It's the highest energy there is, the Creator, the Source. So that's what we do. And yes, Angie Taylor, you're just in time for prayers. And good morning, honey.
And also, I just wanted to say, Christina, she's getting ready to do chakra workshops in the center when it opens. And so she's not led, apparently, workshops before. So we're going to put some really good workshop mojo out there for you, Christina.
Absolutely.
You're going to be great at it. I know it. I know it.
Okay, so let's start to center and balance into your own energy first. So we do that with the breath. The breath is so important, and it also is a great way to bring your focus to you. So focus on that breath. What does it feel like to pull that breath in and pull it all the way into your lungs? I always envision a balloon that I'm blowing up. I need to pull in that much air to blow up a balloon. So do that now. Feel your lungs expand. Feel your diaphragm start to expand with that air that's going into your lungs. And then relax it back out. And if you touch your heart center, that also brings your focus to your heart. So let's do that and breathe in love. Let's breathe in gratitude. We've shared a lot of gratitude here this morning. We've shared a lot of compassion for each other. So bring that feeling into your heart and then relax it back out of your body. And as you start relaxing it out, you'll start to feel your physical body start to relax. Maybe there's not so much tension or tightness as there was when you first closed your eyes. And please don't close your eyes if you're in a place where you can't do that. And now take another deep breath in, and this time see it going down your body. Let's let it go into our root chakra. And let it just sit in the root chakra for a minute today. We want to pull in that feeling of being safe. This is a safe place for you to come every day, to just come in and see other people, speak to other people, and be immersed in the energy of love. We may not know anything about you, but we know you on the soul level, and we love you, and we accept you into the fold here. So just feel that. Let that go inside of you in that root area, and know that you're surrounded by loving energy, and that you're safe and secure in this moment. This is the only moment that we have. So feel into that and let that start to strengthen your root chakra. And we call in Archangel Michael for some strength, and asking that you just let go of anything that doesn't feel safe, anything that's low vibration in this root chakra area. Any anxiety that you might have about moving forward. Anything about flexibility, if you're unable to give in and look at your limitations, look at your limiting beliefs, look at how you place a box around manifesting, how you say I can't, or that's too big. Let's get rid of those limiting beliefs and just letting those go, and knowing that you can manifest. You are powerful. You're here for a purpose. You're here because you were called here. And let's give some gratitude for that. And now let's call in Archangel Jeryl to help us ground into that energy. Grounding into Mother Earth, asking for that energy to rise up through the bottom of our feet, and that our legs become stronger as we do so, as we stand on our foundation. Let it be firm for us today. Let us really feel that we're not wobbling, that we can stand up without falling backwards or forward, that we are strong in our belief that we are spirit, we are a spark of the divine, and we are unlimited. Whatever it is that we want to create, we can call that to us. And now let's move that strength and that trust and faith upward. Let's move it into the solar plexus and own our power. Own that we are worthy. Say that to yourself. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am enough. Keep that thought in there in the solar plexus. I am worthy. And I felt a real warmth coming over with just that thought. Just the thought of being worthy. It lifts you up. So let it lift up now and go higher and higher. Let it go up, back up to your heart chakra and hold that. Anchor it into your heart. The worthiness, the safety, the power of you as a creator. Hold all that energy into your heart chakra. And I feel some throat chakras that are just wanting to burst forth with words, with creativity, with bringing something to you. Let it open up. Just let that energy flow out from you to draw in whatever it is that you want to create. You do it with your thoughts. So let those thoughts be open. Don't put a limit on them. And now let's pull in each other and our prayer requests that were put out here. Anybody that needs that special touch today, let's all gather around that. Let's see them in the middle of our circle. Any of those names that were placed in there, any situations, any one of you that has asked to be uplifted in prayer, whether it's a physical problem, an emotional issue that's happening, mental, spiritual, whatever it may be. Just place yourself there and see the energy swirling around you like a vortex. See it just moving. We are creating right now. All together, we're creating energy surrounding these prayer requests. And it's an energy of love. It's unconditional love. It doesn't matter if we don't know you. Our soul knows you. And our soul is saying to your soul, I love you. I honor you. I'm a part of you, and you are a part of me. And as I look at you, I see myself. I see something in me that is expressing what you're going through in my own life. I might see some sadness in there, and I'm putting that in the circle. I see some anger, and I'm putting that in the circle. Whatever is coming up for you right now, as you look at these mirrors from the prayer requests, put it in the circle. It's time to release that. Holding on to it does nothing except bring you down. It lowers your vibration. So let's release all of that energy of low vibration that anybody is holding on to. And as you put it into the circle, just say, I let it go. I let it go. I don't want to keep it anymore. It's not mine to keep. And maybe you are holding energy of other people. Let's put that in there and let that go. And as we continue to move around that circle, we're all moving in unison. We're surrounding this huge pile of prayer requests. Let's add the world in there. Let's add our Mother Earth. every inhabitant of Earth. And now our circle has expanded. And see that energy and swirl around that energy. See it begin to clear anything that was there, pollution, illness. Let's throw all of that into the mix. And see ourselves swirling around that energy. And I see the motion. I see all of our higher selves coming in to help us to be lifted up and to be the best that we can be, giving over these prayer requests, lifting things out of ourselves as we lift each other up. And now let's ask Archangel Michael to join in. And Michael, we ask that you sever any ties we have to any of these requests. Anything that we put in there, whether it was inside of us or something that someone else asked for, just sever the cords and those ties to the attachment of the outcome. And let that energy just float. Let it float up to the universe. Let all those prayer requests be seen by the Creator. And that whatever is for the best and highest good in every situation, that is what we ask. We're just leaving it, not knowing how it's going to be answered, not knowing what the outcome is, just knowing that we trust and have faith, that it is seen, heard, acknowledged, and answered. And now as those cords have been severed, we feel lighter. We can jump now. We can run. We can play. And that's what we're doing now in our circle that is gathered around. Feel the lightness. Hear the laughter. Hear each other as we play with each other. Maybe you're playing tag. Maybe you're going to each other and giving a hug. Or just saying, I love you. I'm so grateful for you. And feel what that feels like. That energy of lightness. Not having any of the 3D heaviness, that baggage that we were holding on to before. It's all been lifted. And isn't that beautiful? Aren't we beautiful? As we circle around each other, see the smiles and hear the giggles and hear the laughter. And like children on the playground, we just love unconditionally. We don't place a limit on anything. And we realize that we are creating. We're creating this experience right now, just sitting here. We can create anything we want. Keep that thought foremost today as you go through your day. I am a powerful creator. I can manifest. And right now we're going to manifest some love. You're in the right place at the right time to just be lifted and immersed in love. So let's do that. Let's do that with each other. Now that we've played, we've come around the circle and played with each other and given love to each other, let's speak to one person. That person that's standing beside of you on your left. You don't have to know them. Just know they're there. Know that you're energetically connected with every person in the circle. And so the person that's nearest to you on the left, just turn to them and say, I love you. As simple as that.
I love you.
And then as everyone has said it to one person, it expands and it comes back into your heart. And you just hold that in your heart. Hold that love. Just hold it. Just let it rock you. Oh, feel like the mother's arms cradling you, because Divine Mother is here doing that right now. Holding us all in this circle. Wow, that feels good. I see like warm sunshine as I'm holding it in my heart. And now let's say it to the whole entire group. Everybody gathered here, everybody that will gather later on the replay of this. And what we do on the count of 3, we say some gratitude. We say thank you. And then we say, I love you. And really say it, mean it, give it from your heart, because your heart is full right now. You received all that love in, and it changes us. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Yes.
Give yourself a hand.
Oh, wow. Y'all are so special. I love you so much.
I love you.
And good morning,
awesome.
Rosa Albert is
Rosa
with
Albert,
us.
hi, honey.
Good morning,
Thank
Rosa.
you, Rosa, for all that you went through during that time of isolation. You were out there on the front line as a nurse. Yeah. And we really appreciate all the medical people that had to just keep on plugging when the rest of us were sitting and being still. You had to take care and be there to minister to people. So thank you.
And we are grateful for you. Thank you
grateful.
So much. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for all the love. Thank you for the hearts.
Yes.
I love you.
This is so lovely. I am so glad we're going to keep doing this. As we announced before, Teri will be going back to Fort Lauderdale next Monday, but we will continue to have coffee and conversation every morning. We'll just have the river and Fort Lauderdale, and there'll be some days when she'll go to the
sunrises over the water, over the ocean.
Absolutely.
I definitely will. I have to figure out how I can do that and make sure I have Wi-Fi. But we'll do it.
We'll figure it out.
I am not putting a limit on it.
That's absolutely true. So
remember to manifest, bring in that abracadabra, whatever it is, just put it out there. And you may just start thinking, what will I manifest? Don't do that. Don't force it. Just have that thought that comes through and say, oh yeah, I'd like to see that, or I want that. And then just focus on it and let it come to you. Yes, and Angelic River family, if you're not there yet, we want you to go there and
please
just
join
interact with us. It's a very interactive group.
Yes.
And you'll find a lot of what we say on here. You'll find other posts in there. And I'll be posting the Abracadabra Principle later. And we just decided during the show we're going to do gratitude tag post.
Yes.
So you all can share your gratitude in there, and also your signs.
The signs, yes, the signs. So we'll be going in to do that. And please join our very own Diana Allison Beiersdorfer. Come to the playground at 9:30. 9:30. And we have Mira at 9.
Mira's at 9.
And so Enlightened, this is all brought to you. We have our own private group, Angelic River Family. It is a public group, but we created this. And actually, it was Teri's brainchild, and I just jumped on board. It was such a wonderful idea. And but we broadcast out through Enlightened World Network, and it is an amazing network of programming. So throughout the day, if you go to Enlightened World Network, please like it. And in EWN, Enlightened Living, and like that as well. And you'll see the day's lineup of shows. They're all designed and developed to inspire, to uplift, and to help you grow spiritually and emotionally.
So Sharon, to answer your question, the Abracadabra has a time limit of 48 hours, and who knows, we might extend it, but 48 hours is the time frame. And I wanted to share also, at 5 o'clock today, I will be on with Gratitude Happy Hour, and my guest is Marbeth Dunn.
Oh,
and if
amazing.
You've never met this woman, talk about a manifester. And I'll be talking with her about some of those things, those experiences she's had where she put the focus out there and it happened. It came to her.
Yes.
And exciting news tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Robert's back. Robert will be on with Spirit Focus, and he's going to be talking about more hotel experiences. And Ruth, our very own Ruth Anderson, will be with him tonight. And she's going to be telling her experience, at least one experience, in the hotel where there was a spirit energy there. Come be with Robert tonight at 7 o'clock. Absolutely. You all will love it. And he is on EWN Enlightened Living. So make sure you go to that page as well and like that page. And then we have Deirdre, who is telling us to get off of here with
all right.
Namaste, y'all. Bye, everybody.
I love you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.